Welcome, welcome, welcome to the journey of Grandiasha. So, we are back once again with episode 82. We are at over the 4/5 mark of 100 episodes in this campaign, guys.
Crazy.
I think at episode 85, I plan on us doing a recap of everything that's happened, because that is almost 100 episodes of shenaniganery and tomfoolery.
Must be shenaniganery.
I was like,
But
Silly little hijinks.
possibly.
Mm-hmm.
So, last we left off, our wonderful little group had found themselves in the wondrous city of the Kingdom of the Dwarves, Flamenbroth itself. After some strange interactions within Nyla's new claimed home, and a few close encounters of a one fairy by herself with her wonderful companion, having to defend the home from an intruder with nothing more than magic and sheer force of will. Or in this case, force of Rovan. The group now finds themselves entirely in Flamenbroth, where not only are May and Nyla's curiosities spiked by all of the things going on around them, but with the possible execution of Dwindle now settled and calmed, for the moment at least, our wonderful group now finds themselves wandering Flamenbroth with their new guide and a few interesting places to visit. So, last we had left off, our group had decided to go to a small gear and bauble shop to see if they had any necessary things for what Odile had been so passionately building in her free time. Speaking of Odile, you've had quite a bit of free time off and on, as everything has kind of happened and given you a little bit of free time to work and do things. I'd like a artificer check from you. Your D20 plus the intelligence modifier. Plus your proficiency bonus, actually. I need more bags. I need more
Wait,
bags.
are you splitting up the dice?
Well, I have this bag that I ordered online, and this bag has all of the dice inside that it came with. And then I ordered this, and it's got dice set in there, the metal dice set. And then I've got this, which I ordered, and then it's got my funky looking metal dice. The ones I had shown y'all before.
They're so funky.
Mm-hmm. It is so difficult to tell what I rolled half the time. And then I got another bag from Books A Million because they had the pound dice. But it's in a clear bag, so I could see which one I actually wanted. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But I've got lots of dice, and I need a bigger bag to put all of it in.
What you need is do what I do. I have a giant chest.
That would be cool. Once I get the space. So, Odile, what did you get on your roll?
24.
A 24. So originally I had put you at how much progress on the wings? Mm-hmm. You are one of our 2 resident note takers? Everybody takes their own notes, but I mean like
Note
note
notes.
takers.
It's been a long time since I've taken notes.
Yeah, since like episode like.
Well,
I do what is it called? I do bullets.
well, when your group is
I
a
used to
chaotic...
read my notebook.
Yeah, so
And
typically
that
it's like
doesn't count also
funny,
all
funny,
the
funny,
notes
funny,
I
funny,
type
funny,
out
funny,
and
funny,
put into my binder.
funny. Okay, that's actually serious. I'll mark that.
That's wild.
I'll mark that. Mark that. Yeah.
That was after that. That was after that too.
That is wild. I was like, resident note taker, and Odile was like, yes, with 7 notebooks.
I write whole campaigns in a single book, and you've written out 3 pages.
I'm on my 3rd notebook. And I also retype out my notes and put them into my binder.
Okay.
Nerd.
I put a whole world in that one notebook, and you for this one campaign. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In the best of ways.
Yep. Yep.
Very proficient with my notes. That's my proficiency bonus, is notes.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's just so impressive.
No, it's not.
That's wild.
No, it is.
Really is.
It
We
really,
need to
really,
do a
really is.
recap. We need to have ODL quiz us on all of the NPCs.
Yes! We should do like a Jeopardy.
I do have a separate
Let's do
section in my
Jeopardy.
binder just for NPCs. And
Oh,
what page
boy.
they're on, their information, and everything else.
She
Yeah,
can
can we make
test
a
me
recap
as
next-
the DM, and I would fail.
Can we please do like a recap on 85 as just a game of Jeopardy run by Odd?
Actually, that would be a
Please?
great idea. Like a short game of Jeopardy
Yeah.
just
Uh-huh.
before the actual recap to see
Just
what
a
we
trivia
actually
quiz.
remember.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Because I would fail in a heartbeat.
I would.
That's
Put that
great.
Together, honestly.
That
If
is
you have the
crazy.
time and you want to, that would be so much fun.
I would fail so quickly, but I'd fail doing what I love.
Yes, it'll be fun.
I'm new
That's
to the area.
wild.
I know I am. The other thing is I'm pretty good at remembering when things happen. So I have a general idea. I promise I'll get there. In a second. I have to tear it down. blah. Yeah, of course I didn't work on him that. It's right here. I know it's What's funny is going through my notes and then reading all the, things that happened.
If I remember correctly, I had set
think
you
it's
at...
like 43.
Yeah.
Like 43 or something like that. No, he named it. No, it's definitely not there. So that would have thrown me in there if I did that. You can continue.
Okay. Well,
They go and take
I
it
will
in.
say you can go on ahead and add about 15%.
Sounds like a piece.
Oh no, SolidWorks, I lost my little thing for my cart.
Your card still exists. You've just
Yeah,
left
but the
it
model,
behind.
my model's gone though. I lost my license to SolidWorks.
Oh well. Yep. So you can add 15%. You all, of course, are still in this gear shop. With the Earth Genasi.
He's fun.
Yes. Yes, you all are still in the gear shop with the Earth Genasi. Dwindle had felt a strange presence outside.
And we all saw it visibly.
And the Earth Genasi returns with a number of gears, a number of baubles, and a number of metal plates.
Okay.
Setting them in front of the group on his little workstation off to the side. A number of them are different materials based on what they're being used for. However, he does seem to have a number of these items. Now, how much are you wanting to spend?
I got a decent amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
You put Odd in her version of a candy shop.
Mm-hmm. How much is Odd willing to throw out at said candy shop? Useless hunk of shit.
Yike.
Okay. Says we're live again. Anyway. So, as you were saying, if I remember correctly, you said 4 platinum?
Between 4 and 60 platinum.
Well, I can safely say the Earth Genasi looks at the platinum and then looks around and he goes, I don't think I have enough material in here for that.
Oh, no. I don't know how much your materials cost, so.
You could probably buy the entire store with 2 of those.
So, how much for all the material you did bring out, then? Let's start with that.
The material I brought out is worth all of maybe... He starts looking at the gears that he's brought out and the bolts and the plates. I'd say maybe a gold and a half worth of material.
I'll look at the items. I've been getting duped a lot.
That's dependent on which material you're wanting to go with. I brought out, as he starts to spread them out now, you notice he's got copper, he has silver, he has nickel, he has a number of different materials of each material you had asked for, just to show what he has to offer. In totality, all of the material that he has out right now is about a gold and a half, depending on all of it together. However, it's likely that each of the materials, based on what they are and what they were shaped into, are more expensive or less expensive.
Well, in that case, I want all the copper plates, for sure. I need, I'd say about 7 of the silver plates. And then I mostly want all the gears and such to be in silver. They tend to hold a little bit longer than the copper.
He takes the gears and he sets only the silver aside, and then he takes out a number of the plates. He then looks at the amount that he sets in front of you all. If you're wanting this, no more than a gold.
There you go. Just hands him the gold. Very happily. Slightly turns to Dwindle. Dwindle, do you mind carrying some of this?
Alright.
Thank you.
Sweeps it all into the bag.
That's exactly what she was thinking. She's like, he's got the bag. That's going to help out a lot more.
Dwindle would know. Here in Flamenbroth, a lot of these materials are basically self-sustainable. They gather these materials basically every day. And it's common here. All of these materials are very common here. That's likely why everything is as cheap as it is.
I'm here more often.
But you gather your things, and the Earth Genasi looks to you all. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, because I don't. I'll ask Gwendol for things. But I'll definitely come back to your shop to get more gears and stuff if I need them. Definitely.
Alright. I'm open most of the time, but everybody's got to sleep.
I hope so.
He then looks to Dwindle. Dwarf need anything today?
Nah.
Alright.
I don't know.
You gather your things, you make your way back out into the wonderful thoroughfare that is the city itself. What would you like to do next?
I don't know what Odd wants to do, but what's the rest of the group gonna do? Like, what's the rest of the group doing?
Well, we're taking Piv to the family shop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was just kind of lurking.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if they're down here, we might as well just carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
You all begin making your way once again. Heading further into this space. We'll go on ahead and pull up the map. Hmm. Where is my map? Nope, not that one. This one. Here we go. There we go. Oh, that's right. There we go. So you all are here right now at 51.
I need to just get custom armor.
We're gonna find out real quick.
I got a lot of money. I haven't touched any of it.
How much
Yeah,
money
I'm
you have?
curious now too.
A lot. Like,
Gonna open up the pouch. There's gonna be a few coins.
and
in
no,
there.
like
I'm
the whole
rich.
pouch is like kind of filled. Like she's her own little, you know.
So the bank of Dwindle is now doesn't need to open up for Kip, does she?
He don't know that.
She's gonna swindle you out of your money.
Dwindles money.
Yes. Swindle the dwindle.
It's always had to watch the dwindling funds just going bit by
Well, I
bit.
got like
Dwindling
I got
funds.
600 platinum.
6,000?
600. Not 6,000.
600 platinum.
You said
Maybe
you said 600 platinum.
Yeah, 600. So
the 6,000 gold.
6,000.
yeah.
You can buy plate.
Hmm?
You can buy plate if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm genuinely just going to take a blowtorch to my computer at this point, because this shit's starting to piss me off.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I've got 600. Wait. If we do the math on how much it is exactly, 6,000. $232.
Okay.
I
I
think.
think I've got it where it's not going to freak the fuck out for a little bit.
Still, out of everybody, Odd's the richest one here.
Is she?
Yeah, it's the claw.
Oh, the claw.
The claw is probably worth it's a legendary item or an artifact, so it's 500,000. It's 50,000 gold pieces at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, we're not gonna sell it, but it's like I'm a millionaire in assets.
We're not gonna sell it, but Odd's definitely a material girl.
Materia girl.
Alright. Gonna lose my fucking mind, I swear.
I thought you already lost it.
I try my best to keep it.
It's behind you.
Anyway,
You're doing
Doran.
great.
Not Doran. Dwindle.
Nine.
Are you leading the way now, or are you just...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where are you going?
Yeah, the family forge. The whole reason we made this pit stop was because Kib wasn't here, and she's the one wanting armor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, this trip's nearly entirely for Kiv here. And it's kind of hard. Kiv's not here to do it.
Mhm. Well, thank you guys.
Mm-hmm. So where is the family warehouse? Or the family forge?
You talked to the Anvil district.
Mm-hmm. Where in the
In-
Anvil district?
Now, let me pull up a map, I guess.
This is your world, Dwindle.
Palace. That's totally in the old palace now. Scrolling for maps. Would 54 be a bit too crazy, but same time?
54 is the communal forge.
Okay.
You saw the tiefling there.
$21. But it's the entire great block.
Let's see. Wonderful.
Yeah, it just works around that big column. Have fun.
Okay. Dwindle leads you all further into this anvil quarter. where he leads you around a few of the buildings, down the long walkways, and you find yourselves now at the main doors of what looks to be a rather small building that seems to build into the side of one of these massive supporting natural columns. This massive stone formation reaching from the base of the floor all the way up to the ceiling, alongside the two main support columns that are scattered from one side to the other of this.
It's probably for the best.
I'm genuinely getting tired of this. There's no fucking reason for this. And it's not my stream settings, because those are the same that they've been since I upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, though. It says it's your internet, but you are perfectly in here with us.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So is it OBS instead?
No, Discord keeps freezing.
Discord has been having issues on my end as well.
It's true. It's been weird.
Yep.
Is there an update that's needed on your computer?
Hmm.
As it happened to my man yesterday.
It's mine. My problem is every time I click out of Discord, like it'll just show blank screen, and I can't access it unless I click like 4 to 5 times.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
This has been happening the last couple streams, and it's genuinely a problem. It's becoming a genuine problem. And I wouldn't be as bothered by it if it weren't for the fact that I've also got a friend who has decided in their streaming server on Discord that they have a bot that automatically notifies the server when someone that they've marked on that bot goes live. It shows a it puts a push notification in that they've gone live. Every time OBS disconnects and then reconnects, it counts it as me going live again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
You keep getting pinged.
Oh no! That's bad.
Mm-hmm. And I've asked them to take me off the bot, and they refuse because they say it's the easiest way for me to promo it. And I disagree. I can promo it once in every server that I usually do. With the bot, it does it every single time that OBS reconnects. And this is genuinely becoming a problem. I don't feel comfortable streaming because my OBS is not properly able to stay connected and actually stream.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird.
And it's not just OBS that's having issues. My internet will flicker And so OBS, the connection drops. Discord freezes. Spotify will sometimes also freeze. Everything will freeze. As if I have lost connection to the internet.
Oh my word.
This is becoming tiresome. And I want to stream your games. You guys give me a reason to stream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It seems solid for the moment. I'm gonna have a bunch of VODs that I'm going to have to go through and download and stitch together through Filmora again. And it's probably not gonna make any fucking sense. We're gonna try this. We're just gonna keep playing. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see how this works and hope for the best.
Do we know where we stopped? Description or no?
I was opening up the double doors. Dwindle's family is with you all, I've just remembered. If I'm not mistaken, the mother or one of Dwindle's compatriots are with you right now.
Aurum. Not Aurum.
No,
But, not Aurum, but
whoever went through the portal is with us.
Aurum.
Yeah. Nobody else is with us.
Got you. Okay. So can we play now, OBS, or you still gonna be a problem?
Hmm.
We're gonna play? Wonderful. You come to a building that's built into the side of this massive stone formation, similar to the columns on either end of the anvil quarter holding up the stone ceiling, making sure that nothing falls, and the foundation of the mountain itself remains sturdy. This natural formation, left alone and dug around by the dwarves, reaches from the floor all the way to the top, where it connects and flares out along the ceiling. Dwindle steps up to the metal double doors. On either one, a dwarven figure carved. One hand raised in front of it with a small hand axe. The other slightly lower with another hand axe. And the handle of the hand axe being held directly in front of either dwarf sprouts out from the door, creating two handles. Dwindle opens the doors, leading you all in to a main entrance. Either wall made of nothing but cubbies, small squares where you can see clothes folded and placed inside, and a door opposite the double doors. You notice that door is thicker, heftier. And as Dwindle steps forth, you all feel the heat as you step closer to this door. Dwindle then presses it open, and the heat escapes. You feel this wave of warmth wash over you, and you see light erupt from inside. The sounds of metal clanging, heated metal being quenched, coals shifting, and the chatting of dwarves. Inside, Dwindle steps, and you all follow behind to see a number of, a small number, but a number nonetheless of dwarves. Some at their own anvils, some doubled up on an anvil, looking over a piece of work. Each of them bearing the same crest somewhere on their body as Dwindle. And hanging from the ceiling, made of melted together swords and axes and blades, you see a sign, and in the center it's been flattened out and solidified, and carved in it in Dwarvish are symbols. Dwarven symbology. Dwindle understands it, and anyone that speaks Dwarvish understands it, and reads, "May the fire light your way. May the fire burn the problems in your way. And may fire show you that every choice has a consequence."
I'm the only one besides Odd that can read that, right?
Yeah, I don't speak Dwarvish.
I'm
No,
the only one
my-
who can read it.
No, I'm guessing Eddie probably can though.
I knew
Considering
Dwarvish.
he knows like 17 languages.
I knew Dwarvish for about 12 hours.
Yeah.
And you all notice as you stepping in and reading the sign, or at least looking at it, a number of the dwarves stop what they're doing to look at Dwindle. A few look to each other and murmur, and then look back to Dwindle and kind of stare at him for a few moments. But work must go on. A number of them still glance over their shoulder in between swings. Some even giving a bit of a berth as they walk around the group.
You know, it might be a good thing that we didn't bring Garmador.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, and the uncle over there would have tried and taken a bite out of it.
Jolly
A
did.
bite?
Aye.
Really take you for eating vegetables in general.
Oh, he's just over glorious.
Are there vegetarian dwarves?
Doubt it.
Just start singing.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine that either.
It, no, not possible.
No.
There are a few. They don't last long down here. As one of the older dwarves step over. A very burly, very thick, very broad, old man with a horseshoe, but all of the hair long as it drapes down his back, with a thick beard that comes down probably to about where his belly button would be. He looks at Dwindle with a massive hammer over his shoulder, thick leather gloves on each hand. What you doing here, kitty boy?
Hey. Queen's orders. Gotta be the chauffeur and everything. How you been?
I thought you would have been beheaded.
Yeah, but I still got work to do before that happens.
Stay away from my anvil till your grandfather says something. He then turns
Yeah.
and walks back over to his workspace.
Yeah, it's your father. He just quietly mumbles. And, so, looks to Kiv. Yeah, go on, ask.
Ask? Wait,
Aye.
what?
You need armor.
And
I'm
she's
the one
gonna...
I'm the one who I just help make the armor and everything.
I do need armor. And she's gonna reach around her back and unclasp her belt. And just gonna hold it up, and I'd like armor made with this, and she has with the jewels from this. And it's her belt with the tree on it.
Uncle Kandar, special request. Or special order if you're interested.
Very.
There is no image. Have fun.
This isn't about images. I'm trying to see if you have this character already created in here.
No. No. I gave you 8 members out of a clan of hundreds. Maybe, I don't know how many. The grand total.
And you're specifically asking for this dwarf?
Yeah.
All right.
Do I need to make more NPCs?
Nope. So, as the name escapes Dwindle's mouth, there's a loud bang of metal against metal as Dwindle looks forward towards one of the dwarves taking a spot at one of the head anvils. This dwarf, very easy to notice as he's very different from the others. Where the others have burn scars and marks where they've obviously hurt themselves crafting, this dwarf, he's got similar patterned burns and missing spots of hair, but he has a very thick golden blonde beard. And you notice on his back, from shoulder blade to shoulder blade, in dwarven characters, he has the words, or the word, Snow Rage, written. And in the center of his back, just below that, the family crest is burned onto his skin.
Damn.
The sound of metal against metal from this anvil stops with that last loud bang, before there's a dragging noise as the hammer slides from the anvil's head, and this dwarf turns halfway to look down at Dwindle. Not one of few, but one of a rare kind. A gold dwarf. And one of 4 in the Snow Rage clan. This hearty looking dwarf, this large dwarf, looks down to Dwindle with a very difficult to discern look on his face. He looks annoyed, but at the same time uncaring and indifferent, with a strange feeling about him of somebody who's being, or somebody who has been doing this for a very long time. And he looks to Kiv, or looks to May, then looks back to Dwindle. And then he sets the blade he was working on top of the handle, or on top of the anvil, before taking a few steps down and walking over. He then turns the hammer as he sets it down, head down, in front of him, and uses the pommel to hold his hands up as he looks to Dwindle. You. You're asking me for work.
If you'll take it.
He then looks to May.
I'll pay you well.
What kind of armor?
Something that's strong, but I can move around in. Not something too heavy, but very durable.
He seems to slowly scan her. And you're wanting it made with that? As he looks to her belt.
Yes, and she holds it out for him to see.
He takes it in his leather glove and looks it over. Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh no, he wants nothing to do with Dwindle right now.
I know. I'm like me. I'm like I don't. I'm under hot scrutiny until. Oh, they're gonna be happy if I ever get okayed by Gramps. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm gonna get okayed by Gramps.
16.
That's 16. How soon?
Whenever possible. What's realistic?
He looks her up and down again. Durable, easy to move in. With this, your build. Give me a week.
Okay. Sounds like a deal. When will you have a quote on price?
Go back where you came from. Come back in a week. He then turns with the belt in hand and grabs the hammer as he passes it, heading back up to his anvil as he sets the blade he was working on off to the side, and he pulls out a roll of what looks like old parchment that he then rolls out on top of the anvil, and you notice he takes out a long piece of charcoal that he starts slowly going across the page with.
I think that was a positive interaction. Wouldn't you say, Dwindle?
He's just quiet.
Who is he?
Oh, he's me, Uncle Kev. Govdar. Govdar.
Okay.
No, I'm under hot water right now until Eve says so. I may have got pardoned by King, but a wonderful King, but my chieftain has the final say.
You know, I think it's only but a matter of time, Dwindle. You'll prove soon enough, I'm sure. You have a way of proving that sort of thing.
Thank you. It proved well for Century here. Combat. Many mistakes. Just holds up finger before anyone corrects him. Many mistakes. But no. I did wrong, even though I did not mean to. So, and a punishment is due.
I suppose, but all will be corrected in time. Things that happen for whatever reason we might give, but there is always going to be a reason, and
Right. Looks his uncle.
you'll see.
Do we have any fire rope bids for sale?
Any what?
Fire rope. The main reason he
Fire
came,
rope.
it's flame resistant rope. The main reason he came to Flamenbroth.
Your uncle does not turn around. He does not stop. He does not pause, save for the few times he visibly stops to think as he's drawing.
He just nods. He's the one who makes it so PS final save. So
I see.
yeah, come back later.
We'll be here at the end of the week, so
Yeah. How long are I? So back to the house? Or is there anywhere else you guys wish to go? Looks to all of you, including you, Nyla.
I'm good to go back to the house for a bit. I kind of want to use the portal for a little bit, if that's alright.
yes, let's
Also,
just
we
be
should-
careful where we're going.
Probably rest up for the night, because we still haven't slept.
At your house, your mansion?
Yep.
I can't leave.
Why can't you leave?
Chieftain is gonna have some words with me.
Well, why don't you stay here, Dwindle? I can stay here with Dwindle and you both head back.
Right now, Odd is not even listening. She's too distracted watching someone else's work. She's watching their techniques, so she's not even paying it any attention.
When will you be allowed to leave?
As soon as my chieftain says so. If I leave now, Fortress would have my head.
That makes sense.
And I would actually, for once, actually commit treason. Or, not treason, but whatever they want, desertion.
Whatever you decide you wish to do.
Well, no emotion about it. Either way, there's a little soft bow, as he always does, to the clan inside this forge. Any other places or back to Orvans?
I can't think of anything.
Like I said,
I
I'm
feel
good.
like we should stop today.
I'm ready for a good night's rest.
Thinks about it. Looks down to Odd. Where do you want to go?
Odd doesn't even realize you're talking to her. She's still so focused. You're gonna have to literally, like, poke her or something. She's, like, completely tuned out the entire group.
We're gonna ruffle her hair.
Gets her hair
Odd.
ruffled. What? Don't do that to my hair. It's already messy.
Is there anywhere
Where
you want to
do
go?
I mean, there's many places I want to go, and Dwindle already knows all of them. He already told me that's going to take way too much time. So I'm just going to have to follow wherever you guys go and do whatever I can there. So
Neither want going back to the house. Which means you get to go wherever you want.
turns her head in a little excitement. Would that a chaperone?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Definitely not.
Hey, it was worth a shot, and I'm not even one of them.
I know, that's not the problem here.
Yeah, if you were us, you wouldn't ask if you needed a chaperone. You'd just go.
Mhm.
Just slightly taps you on the back. Gnomes are very curious creatures.
Yes, go right now. It looks like one of them. So, hey. Right?
Totally.
I don't know
Insight
if I
check.
believe you. Yeah.
That was really convincing.
That was like so convenient.
It's not like you're taller than them or anything by half a foot.
So,
She's just an overgrown gnome. Not a garden gnome, a farm gnome.
Either way, I guess we should take you to the portal. And calm down any escalation problems. I just
Very
said
well.
portal inside. Sorry, second. I just said portal inside the shop.
you did.
That was all on you, man.
Portal as in map. Gosh. We gotta figure out how to get out of here. You know, it's gonna be a long trek home.
Mm-hmm. We live really, really, really far away.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Hey, Wendell. This
Aye.
is your family's forge, right?
Yes.
Which one's yours?
None of them are mine. Most of them aren't claimed by others except for Corvers. We don't touch that one.
Got it. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Don't worry, I wasn't planning on touching any of them.
That is one of the largest lies I've ever heard you say.
No. I'll use the anvils over at the free anvil place. It's fine.
Alright. Alright, off we go.
Just gonna turn to Nyla as they're walking forward. And, you know, she's gonna use that anvil so much. They're gonna want to start charging.
It's true. Do you think they're ever gonna leave here after this?
I wouldn't put any money on it.
Yeah. Never gonna be able to use my portal, am I?
No.
This
They
walking
look so
out.
happy here.
You all make your way back into the main thoroughfare of this area, making your way back towards the main pathways and walkways as you talk. Dwarves
Yeah.
passing and going.
Yeah, he's walking. Going back to the recorder. With the shadow of death on behind him, wherever he is.
Alright, you said that, and all I can think of is, oh, Eddie's right there. Because he's dead.
What has Eddie been doing this entire time?
He's just following around, it seems. However, you have noticed he's shifting back and forth a little bit.
Is it? What do you mean?
You know how when something's hot, it kind of gives off that look of heat kind of rising off of it,
Oh.
where it kind of distorts the space around it a little bit. He's doing a little bit of that, kind of back and forth, as if something's affecting his form. Yet, he's been around you all and has been around heat before, and yet this has never happened before. It doesn't look like it's affecting him in any way. He doesn't seem to notice it, at least, but you all can definitely notice it. It's almost like a very slow shifting back and forth as the area around him is kind of distorted.
Gonna go back to Orphan's shop, or Orphan's house.
Yeah, follow Dwindle.
Yeah, Christine wouldn't do that. I was like, I want to stay here, but now I'm concerned about that, and I can't say anything. So I'm going back through the portal.
Right before he leaves. Right. I almost forgot. I'm going to take out half of the weight, half of the 200 pounds of Remora's hide, so 100 pounds of Remora's hide. A gift for the clan. The beast I helped slay, which I killed. The final blow. It is that of a beast that is of fire and ice. That coated itself entirely in that. Did they ever say what type of creature it was? Like the ice pick and whatever? No? I have no idea what type of creature this is, but its hide was extremely strong.
Alright. What are you expecting me to do with it?
Well, it's new material. Maybe we can make something really awesome with it.
If your grandfather lets you touch any anvils again.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm giving it to you guys? You who? You all.
I figured you would have given it as a early will and testament gift.
It's just splotches. Let's hope not, please. For my sake. Well, if I see you order again. Happy smithing. He said that to his mother too as well. Happy smithing. It's just, I love you. Just.
Dwarven ways doing it.
And just the guys in back to Orphans.
Nice. So,
Not too far away, I think. I hope. I believe.
So, does everyone just want to go directly into the long rest, or do you all have something that you'd like to do?
Well, we go back to the portal. Dwindle stays, right?
Yep.
And- yeah, I suppose it's getting to the long rest.
And before they all leave, if you do come back in, you talk to Orvan. He'll guide you around.
Okay. Be safe, London.
Or he'll take you to me.
Mhm. Don't go
Gotcha.
getting beheaded.
I'm going to try not to.
And just gonna go through the portal.
Don't just try. Don't get beheaded. I'll bring you back as a ghost.
You can do that. I don't. Okay.
Someone can have a buddy.
We need more ghosts in our party.
How about now? I think for once, me and Eddie are really well agreed on something.
No. And they were roommates!
We already are roommates.
And now it's more permanent.
Permanent roommates.
At least that way I'm always with you guys. This is Dwindle in the Claw. Or Dwindle in the Box.
You all may get your long rest, as you now are
Yay.
able to actually
Finally.
rest safely without having to take watches, as you have your own manor now.
Been forever.
So now we're officially level up. From you said we leveled up from the Grandiasha fight. So now we're officially
Level 8? Or level... I don't remember this.
I don't remember this. I know that we leveled up though. Note
Yeah, we're
taker.
level
Yeah.
Note taker.
Un momento, por favor.
Okay. See
8.
you
Yeah, we're
later.
definitely. 'Cause I update my character sheet every Oh wait. No, something weird happened. I forgot. I don't remember.
That's the fight. We didn't level up. Unless if we leveled up and I didn't write it down, we didn't level up.
I know we leveled up. I'm just trying to think like what level did we go to?
Well, level I currently have the characters that are level 8, except for Nyla since she's multi-classing.
But I'm still level 8, I'm just mixed.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not one of the people that are exciting.
That is the funniest way I think I've ever heard anyone describe their character as a multi-class. I'm still level 8, I'm just mixed. I'm still white, I'm just mixed.
I'm just spicy.
Was
Uh,
with the cards. Now we leveled up because of the cards.
Carter, then we leveled up from the rock classified. DM decide our level. Well, looks like we're back to level 1. Okay.
We shouldn't have asked.
Okay, so that's
That do.
and then that was a lot of money spent in that store. Sir, you spent a lot of money in that store.
Which store?
The potion.
Yeah. I did.
That's how you wrote down how much exactly you spent.
Did I get all my potions back?
I have one of your
Yes.
potions.
Yes, as long as they weren't because of the magic or anything, you did get them back. And so, yeah, basically everything we bought physically, we got back.
Sweet. I meant after the Rakshasa fight.
Oh, we should have.
I assume so.
I'm just happy you didn't use any of them.
That's what I thought. Okay, so if I'm correct based off of this reading and everything, because that would have got us to level 7. So yeah, we should all be at level 8 after this leveling up. But it'll be up to the DM whether or not we're 8 or 9. But from my understanding, when we use the cards, based off my reading and everything, when we used the cards, we went to level 7. And so if we did level up with the Rakshasa, then we got to level 8.
I'm wrong.
I feel like there's another one we're missing, and I didn't write down for some reason. But I also don't
Level 8?
remember Will saying that we were gonna get leveled up after the
Well, we got
Maybe
leveled
I
up.
was wrong.
We got leveled up because of the cards, but he let us
Mhm.
keep the level up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We leveled up because of the cards and something else as well. Can note taker be done looking at her notes?
Aren't you adding more to it?
Sounds like you all are at level
Village.
8 then,
Mm-hmm.
and have been for a little while, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
May need to double check that, but
Yeah. But that's not hard to double check either.
We've been level 8 for a very long time out of game. We've been level 8 for about 3 days in game.
Yeah.
If that.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe more. Maybe 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's dwindle through that.
Hmm.
Yep. But long rest, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I get very little back. Even
You
though I
should
pretty
be
much almost
happy.
died in that fight. No, I'm really happy. I'm just like, sweet, level up. I get my action surge back, I think. No idea my action. Actually, I get a lot more back. I get a lot of short rest mechanisms back.
Oh,
And
yeah?
hit dice back. Unless action surge is a long rest mechanism. Actually, no. I get a lot of stuff back.
I was about to say you
I
get a
get my-
lot. You get a lot of stuff back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's been a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I get the re-attune to Dwarven Thrower and all my magic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I get a stupid amount of stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
I would have said that I don't even know. I'm just gonna call it Snow Rage, their stronghold.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah. That's where he's staying, at least. He does help Orvon with the troops. If today's the day for training.
Mm.
Yeah, he's just pretty much spending the day with Orvon, pretty much.
Interesting. Well. So. You all have a couple of days to burn. What would you like to do?
Mm.
What would everyone like to do over the next few days?
Dwindle is pretty
Dwindle's-
simple.
Yeah, Dwindle's waiting for Granddad.
And I'm waiting for punishment and death. Other than that, he's being as helpful and spending as much time with family as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Visiting the kids,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
retelling the same story over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good day.
Mm-hmm.
Z-
How about everybody else? How would you all like to spend the next few days?
I guess I do guide people if they come back.
Mm-hmm.
Take God back down to the Gnome district if she wishes to.
Probably nothing super special. Read, journal, take walks.
Mm.
Yeah, journal, recuperate. I would have turned that skull that I still have on me into a mask.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say if you're willing to put in a day or two of careful work into it, I'd say you'd be fine.
Okay. Yes, that is what I would like to do.
Neat. Go on ahead and roll a d20 for me. And roll your... Let's put your dex mod with this.
14.
14. Very interesting. Over the next few days, I'd say you're able to make a not an amazing one, but a crude mask.
That's cool. Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Now, you all are able to spend the next few days kind of coming and going from Flamenbroth as you need. With Dwindle staying in Flamenbroth, he's forcing the portal to stay open. And this portal stays open for the next few days. As you all rest, recuperate, do your own little things here and there, step back through the portal into Flamenbroth.
And yeah.
And with this time spent, you've come to get a little bit accustomed to the idea of walking around Flamenbroth with Dwindle, as he kind of shows you around his home, seeing different parts of the city that he's allowed to enter and bring you all with, seeing different parts of the city that sell a number of different things, little baubles, different plates, different armors, weapons, different items made of different metals and stones and carvings of statues. And Flamenbroth is such a beautiful city. But as you visit, you notice that Eddie begins to kind of strangely do that shifting a little bit more violently some days. On others, it's fine. However, you all are walking through the city. The main thoroughfare, of course, bustling as dwarves and other figures alike that have managed to make their way into Flamenbroth by the grace of the Forest of Life. This beautiful city is bustling. Life is flourishing, and a multitude of things are alight with fire and light and craft, and it's still such a beautiful place. And you all find yourselves in the great halls, wandering about, enjoying the scenery. This beautiful place is wondrous and full of life, even with everything being made of lifeless stone. You all are walking about, chatting amongst yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You do watch as a vendor walks up to you all with a number of little necklaces and rings and jewelry and such that they kind of carry around on a strange display plate, about the size of their wingspan, just a number of different things, different shinies. Offering a gaze as you all wander.
Mm-hmm.
Look, jewelry. Would you like to buy any?
um
Vibe check.
Okay. Roll a
Yeah.
d20.
This is a guard. I'm like, is this legal?
May
Uh,
is making purchases with him as Dwindle's like, huh? And May's throwing money at him.
20.
A 20? As a guard, you would know that street vending is legal here. It's just kind of frowned upon just because of the fact that it's the idea of you're going around and you're bothering people. Depending on who you are, of course. Not everyone is bothered by it. Some are, some aren't. There are some vendors that are very pushy, some that aren't as pushy as they probably should be. That kind of thing. Once it starts escalating is when it becomes an issue.
Okay, let's continue then. He says, he has not touched a forge. Unless he's been told to.
This looks like pre-bought stuff.
Oh, it does.
With your insight, you can look at it and kind of you notice that it looks like stuff he's kind of gathered or people have lost or he's bought already and he's reselling kind of thing. But he still holds it out.
Would you like to buy anything? Yes, no?
May's gonna pick up. What sort of stuff does he have?
It's just jewelry. Necklaces, rings, little like belt chains for a pocket watch if you had one.
Okay, May's gonna pick up a couple bracelets. How much for these?
How many do you pick up?
Like 3.
6 copper?
And just gonna rummage in her thing and hand him a silver.
Ha. Good business with you.
As he shifts the plate to where he's holding it within a hand, takes the silver, pockets it.
Mhm.
And seeing no reaction from the other 3, he quickly wanders off to another as he begins the same attempt at sales with another passerby who just kind of waves him off, and he just continues going from person to person until he disappears into the crowd.
Capitalism.
Dwarfism.
Wait, where are we headed to right now?
You're just meandering about. You have the
Just
freedom.
meandering about?
Yep, you all have the freedom to do and go wherever you'd like.
How much
For the
time has
most part, Dwindle has kind of hung out with you all and guided you around the city, so that you do get to enjoy the sights and enjoy the city itself. This wonderful, bustling landscape of stone and dwarves and creatures of habit and formation. And time-wise, you all kind of did a little bit of your own thing this morning before coming back in to see if there was any news on Dwindle and his verdict, basically.
Mm-hmm. How many days have passed?
At this point, about 3. 3 or 4.
Okay.
4. I'd say 4.
Dwindle looks
Okay.
tired.
Oh boy. Hmm.
And you all are free to roleplay. I'm not gonna cut your head off for speaking up, by the way.
Well, don't know about that since you have a thing for beheading.
I don't know, just seems fine. I'm bothered by it all, really.
How's it been being at home, Dwindle?
Aye. Home's home. Home feels good.
I see.
Not getting the final verdicts from my grandfather is stressful as crap, though.
I can only imagine. Is he known for making you wait this long?
No.
He was kind of terrifying. I only met him for like 20 minutes. He didn't even know I was there.
I expected myself to get beaten across the head, and then when I woke up in my bed, it hasn't happened yet.
Huh. That's a slow and unusual punishment.
You watched my mother beat me across the head with a hammer.
I guess that's a fair point. Your family has a really weird way of showing that they care for one another. Are most dwarven families like that?
No.
Mm,
But at the same time,
just
he
the
is.
Rangers.
And you look over and you see a mother swatting the shit out of their kid. Just the back of the head. As they try to touch one of the temple's decorations.
Huh.
I feel like
What
that
do you think?
explains a lot about dwarfs.
Why do you think
Yeah.
we're so sturdy?
I thought it was just
So
because you
stubborn?
got dropped a lot in this
Oh, that
dungeon.
too.
Or rocks. Dwarves live underground, so figured they just adapted to having hard skulls.
Mm.
'Cause rocks, falling rocks, right?
It's true.
Hmm. You get hit over the head with a rock from that height, most anyone dies here. That would kill mostly anyone.
Oh, so
But hitting
not
them
durable enough.
with a hammer doesn't.
It's a giant rock falling from 500, 400 feet in the air. It's not 400, it's like 300, but yeah. But
Mm,
we're not fully invincible. Yet.
yet. What's that supposed to mean?
Eventually we will reach a point where we craft the perfect armor. And able to replicate the great crafted armor over and over and over again.
Sounds like there will be some time before that happens.
You live, you learn. Pass on the craft and the craft gets better.
Ah, you're correct on that one.
I always say probably the hardest one to keep track of is Odd here.
I'm gonna turn
Why?
to her. What's she doing? What's she?
Just looking very impatient. But also keeps glancing up at Eddie at the same time. But very impatient.
What shall we do, Odile?
Just leave me at the forge.
And let you annoy
Why?
his poor
Not
uncle?
funny. No? Not the
No,
forge.
I would.
Oh,
I
it's the wrong forge.
Oh, I can't
What about
do
the free forge that I've been just chilling at the past couple days?
that's straight
Mm.
secrets. I mean, if you're willing to pay, there's probably the best smith in the world is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Best one?
One of, if not the best. Uncle Calendor and my mother compete all the time.
Oh, your mother is
Haven't
a
you
smith as well.
introduced me?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
He's the one making my armor, right?
Yeah.
You're getting armor?
Yeah. Where have you been? You've been with us? I think you were just drooling over the forges. Though,
I mean,
so
do you not see how pretty they are and the craftsmanship that some of these dwarves are doing? Like, I gotta learn new techniques somehow.
We haven't even seen out the Snow Rage Maiden Forge. Which, sadly, I don't think you're going to be able to see. Until I'm pardoned by my grandfather.
There.
That's the number one thing I've actually wished to go look at this entire time while home.
what's stopping you from going and just talking to him yourself?
A couple of beatings when I was a child.
Ah,
You don't approach him, he approaches you.
That's
hmm.
look, I'm just holding you guys back, okay? Just put me somewhere, I stay there, I won't move.
Hmm.
Eyes narrow.
Suspicious.
You've seen how happy and content I am, and then how upset I am when you make me leave. Do you think I'm going to just leave it? No. I'm going to be content right where I am.
You all find yourselves walking and talking, and you end up just west of the amphitheater, where you can hear a number of dwarves kind of cheering and then quieting down as music is played and a story is told, off in mumblings, as it's just far enough that it's difficult to make out, but close enough that you can at least hear the residual echo from the large cavern. However, you hear the underground river flowing underneath the bridges nearby. As you stand next to this large dwarven statue that overlooks the amphitheater like a guard on duty permanently. I would like perception checks from everyone.
9.
9,
21.
21,
Yeah, I'm at home. I know what looks right and what doesn't look
8.
right.
8,
22.
22.
I have a
Odile.
+7 and I got an 8. Sorry.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Nyla is off in La La Land right now.
Yeah. To be fair, it's not entirely incorrect, although I'm trying.
Odile and Dwindle notice it first, as Eddie begins to shake and shimmer more. than he has before. And this wave of very light unease washes over both of you. This feeling of something to come. A few moments pass as the amphitheater, its sounds continuing to echo, this music that's being played alongside the stories, slowly rising to the crescendo. And all of a sudden, Dwindle, your hand begins to burn. The symbol that rests upon the back of your hand. Odile and Dwindle both notice it as it begins to glow slightly. Dwindle, you hear a very soft whisper. They're coming. And a few moments pass. A few long, strange, silent moments as the music of the amphitheater booms to its crescendo, its music playing so loudly for a moment. The sounds of horns and bagpipes, as well as a large drum beating. This beautiful melody. And suddenly, it's cut off as the stone around you begins to rumble. Small bits of rock fall from the ceiling. Most of the civilians kind of bracing themselves for a moment as something rustles the mountain. For just a moment, a hushed silence falls over the entire cavern before another loud boom, and the stone shakes once more violently this time. And then the panic sets in. Stones begin to fall more violently. The mountain shakes under whatever this powerful force is slamming against the outside. And people dodge out of the way of rocks falling. Some getting caught underneath. Some managing to jump just out of the way. Many begin running. Flamenbroth, a city of dwarves, and the mountain. For the first time since Dwindle's conception, and from the stories he's heard since before, for the first time in many, many years, it seems Flamenbroth is under attack. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Ah,
No.
That's gonna be a big episode. Frick.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
So,
Oh no.
Huh?
Attack on Flamenbroth.
Jendo's gonna join the army here.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you all for joining us tonight. I do apologize that you got lost with the Will-O-Wisps again, but I am glad that you stayed around to hear their stories. It seems that this story is coming to a rather dramatic point. So, we do hope to see you for the journey of Grandiasha again when we come back. But it seems, for now, we reach the crescendo of tonight's episode. I do hope that you all enjoyed. We do hope that you all continue to enjoy. And we will keep the campfire roaring for you, so that you all have somewhere to sit the next time you get lost following the Will-O-Wisps here in the Will-O-Wisp Woods. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.